Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Yeah. The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, SI Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, man, we are here.
Rally
Yes.
Radio, we in the building, y'all. Shout to everybody tuned in, listening, paying attention. You already know what it is. The bearded one here.
SI Shawn, baby.
Let's go, man. We in the
Factory.
building, son. It's been a little bit of a setup today. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But we are here, man. We talking about classic cars today. Shout out to everybody who's listening, paying attention. That's what I'm talking about, man. Early
Yeah.
in the building. We're going to put that up. Shout out to the Facebook user. They said, I'm in the house.
Let's go.
What it is.
That's what I'm talking about right there,
Oh,
man. It's
man.
always good to be back, son.
And it's good to see our people, man.
100%, son.
Getting warm.
100%, son. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's rainy outside. I know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting warm.
Absolutely, son.
It's getting
Absolutely,
warm.
kid.
And you know what happens when it get warm,
What's
right?
that?
We come outside. I'm coming outside.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be interesting, son.
It is 100% though. You know, definitely not for no. Like the bid one said, it's getting warm. That means you may need to pay a little bit more attention on the road. You know what I'm
Please
saying?
do.
Because for some odd reason though, when it get a little warmer, people start getting beside themselves a little more than normal. So just keep that in mind when you're out there wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cats be out there acting stupid like they don't got no family to come back to. But it's all good. Shout out to my guy Dave on the check-in. What's popping?
Let's go, Dave.
And we talking about it today, man. Classic cars.
Damn.
Define classic.
That's very interesting, man. Like it can be, you can look at it in a bunch of different ways. You know, some people look at the time. You know what I'm saying? The uniqueness of it. You know what I'm saying? If it's an antique, like you can tell certain things. So I think a classic car is definitely an interesting topic. So what really makes it a classic car? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Dangerous Damien. He's in the building.
Let's
he said
go.
he's tapped in from UTI Tech Open House. What's popping?
Let's go. That's a fact, man.
Shout
What's
to
going
Damien. Dangerous Damien over there,
on?
man.
You still got
Don't-
the RX-7?
I don't know. I think he
LS
do.
in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, son. Interesting.
I don't know. Last I seen, he was like, "Go outside since you want to act bad and put it outside." I don't know. Shout to Damien. I know he's like, "Yo, chill," but I hear you, man. But Damien is actually the like the perfect kind of person. You know, when we talking about this show, when we talking about like what car is a classic in your opinion? What makes a car classic? And when it comes to modifying a classic, can you go too far? Can you go too far? Is it something that you could do that you know what? People going to be like, you did that to a classic. Or do you even care?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
It's a very interesting one.
that's a very interesting question, son. You're right. 100%.
It's a very interesting one.
100%. But
You
just
just
like
said
we said
Tesla.
before, a classic car could be as young as 10 years old.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And we had this conversation slightly about the
Shout out to Damien. He said I went too far and I hate my car. No, he can say that. I don't believe him first.
No, I don't believe him neither.
I don't believe him.
I mean, he did do a little something sacrilegious though, but it's all right though.
Nah, in my opinion,
It's all right though.
in my opinion, and we would just have to definitely get it from Damien. When I spoke to him before, it seemed it had more to do with price of parts. A rotary is very expensive to fix and to maintain.
I agree.
And not for nothing, if I had to go another swap route, it would have been that LS. I ain't gonna front. As far as I'm concerned, I've seen these swaps in a lot of different cars now.
Yeah, me too. But I think, me personally, in my opinion, I feel like it takes away from the experience though, one way or another.
You believe that?
100%.
I don't think so.
Reason why, even for Dangerous Damien, because if the price of parts was not an option, I guarantee he would have went another way with it.
Wow. Listen, this is what we talking about, man. Everybody tuned in. Shout to everybody tuning in, paying attention. Wherever you are, if you can, just drop a like. Whatever social media platform you're looking at us on, if you listen to us on the station, don't forget you can listen to us on the station.
100%.
www.ballsandhoopsradio.com. The app is being redone right now, so please, we would love to get the numbers up on the station. www.ballsandhoopsradio.com if you can. Shout out to my man Damon. He said the LS is better than the rotary, reliability and money, but went too far as no heat and AC. Yes. Oh, see? Okay. I don't regret the LS swap, though. And shout to Darl Spalding. He said, a classic car is a car that was hot in its days and hasn't lost the appeal over the years. Classic cars must keep the upgrades as close to original as possible. Now you see.
Yeah.
I'm glad that everybody's tuning in with their own definitions.
Yeah.
Are you revving it to the moon, though? That's a fact. You ain't revving one of them 50-year-old cars that way. You ain't going to get into a 1965 or 19-something Pontiac GTO Judge and rev it to the ceiling.
I mean, if it's healthy, why can't you?
What?
Why can't you rev it to the moon if it's healthy?
Kid, I'm not saying it's not going to be healthy, but do you want to take the chance of breaking it?
I mean, people take the chances of, ripping it apart, cutting it up.
Nah, you ain't trying to break that thing. Rotaries can rev to 10K. That's a fact. Rotaries can rev that high, but I watched there's a series I watch, and S.I. Shawn watches it too. Gears and Gasoline.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. I love it, man. Everybody's tuned in. Shout out to
100%.
y'all. What's rolling? What's going on? Now both of them had RX-7s.
Yeah.
Right? And we just talking about the Mazda RX-7. We're not just talking about, we're going to be talking about other classic cars too, but I'm just hear me out.
Yeah.
Ben put a K swap in the RX-7. He put a K24 swap in it. And it was like, yo, who is this? First and foremost, 2J the world. There's only one person.
Let's go.
There's only one person. That gotta be Draco. It gotta be Draco.
Let's go.
And he put a K24 motor in it, took the rotary out and put a K24. You know what his reason was?
What's that?
Reliability. Okay. And the aftermarket supports it way more than they support rotary. Whatever his reasonings was, right? So now, the other Ben keeps the RX-7 motor.
Yeah.
Right? He keeps the rotary. And they did a road trip. And the road trip that they did, that rotary engine he had to do so many different things just to make sure it was running. Had to add oil to the gas.
That's just the design of it, though.
But you with that?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm all the way with that. But the reason being is because you keep the uniqueness of the whole entire vehicle. And that's really my thing. I ain't gonna front. The swaps and all that is beautiful. It's great. It's cool. It's innovative. That's awesome.
Okay.
But there's nothing like it being original, son. Like, and it's designed to do what it was intended to do. And that's what I like about it. I like that it's finicky and it got to do all this other crazy. And that's cool.
So here we go. Prime example. I have a 1988 Honda CRX.
Yeah.
And we have begun K-swap in this car.
Yeah.
Now, to K-swap this car, I got to cut it up.
Yeah.
I already got to cut out the mounts, and I also got to weld in mounts.
Yep.
Now, the CRX being a cult classic, I think that's what we got to remember, too. Shout to Damien. Original sucks.
Damien just being difficult right now. Nah, he just being difficult right now.
I love it, Damien. That's what I'm talking about.
Damien being difficult. I hear it, though.
Now, as having a CRX, it's a cult classic in my opinion. I was talking to another guy at my job, and he's like, yo, you're going to put that K-swap in and it's going to drop the value. And I beg to differ.
No, well,
because the CRXs that came over here had 100 horsepower.
Yeah. But still, for the originality, for sure, it's going to drop 100%. That's what I was going to say. When you got a classic V, right, and you tend to swap it, that's definitely going to bring it down somewhere along the lines because it's just not completely originals, huh? Or close to.
Shout to this. Got to be Berto. Shout to Berto. He said, as an MR2 owner, I know the K series is the best 4-cylinder in the world. Wow. He said, I'm not ripping out a healthy 3S GT for one, though, but I can see the appeal. But there's something to be said about keeping it classic with a Toyota engine. Whoa.
It's very interesting, man. I feel like that the conversation could go in so many directions because, like you said, it's really like how you truly define it. Like, even with your CRX that you're building.
Uh-huh.
That's a tough one, son.
No, I'm gonna do it.
No,
There's
I know
talk.
you're going. I know you're going to do it. What I'm saying, tough one as far as, like you said, it's a cult classic. What's going to be really more appealing? I think in my eyes will definitely be the red top engine that's going in. But
Right.
however, though, when you see it's like this, damn, is it completely original though?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the only thing it's going to take away from it is this swap. That's it. Other than that, it's going to be fantastic.
Yo, hold up.
Yeah.
The resident Toyota guy says he agrees with you. Now I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. That's Marlon? Oh, man,
That's
son.
not the Marlon.
This is going to be a good day, son.
He said, I'm with you on that one. And then here go Rob Dam. Now everybody knows Rob Dam. He got the 4-rotor RX-7, all-wheel drive.
Oh, man, son.
Gotta pay the cost to be the boss.
Yeah.
My stock G54B could be tuned to boogie, but let's be honest, it's a forklift motor. Oh boy, he's got a point. This is what I'm saying. Everybody, it's a different angle, and we wanted to talk about that today. Shout to Cedric. Shout to Cedric Melbourne. He had brought a question up to me. Me and him had a conversation about RWB, and shout to everybody listening, paying attention. Everybody knows RWB tuning, the Porsche Bills, Welsh, and all of that, right? And he was like, "Yo, the kit costs a lot. You chopping up a classic Porsche to put a big wing and big wheels on it." And to myself, I'm like, but is the build not also classic? You know what I mean?
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Because remember, I feel like body kits date your car. I've always been against body kits.
Even like a clean lip kit?
I mean, a clean lip like what? Just a front lip and a nice rear fuser?
Yeah,
I'm okay with
all the
that.
way around. I'm talking about clean, like it looked like it damn near came with the car. Like one of those. I know we done seen plenty of those.
Yeah, but then you got some dudes they're gonna Testarossa kit a BMW M3. It's
I'm
like,
crying.
whoa.
But wait though, is that like you see? But now I feel like it's a thin line now.
Very thin.
Cause is that not now a classic build?
Is it?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it's a thin line, and you ain't gonna never get it right, man. Because everybody's gonna have their own definition of it. So.
And that's what I believe. But you know what though, and that's probably the best thing about the car world is that's how we are.
No, it's also good and bad because we not gonna always be like, you know what, nah, man, that's a good one, boom, boom. We not gonna do that. We ain't gonna never do nothing like that. It's always gonna be he did it too much or he did it too little or something like that.
But it's safe to say, son. It's safe to say there are cars that go too far. There are cars that go too far. Okay. And you be like, yo, what is that? Like, let's say, for instance, right? Let's say we get you, we take a real classic, like a Ferrari F40.
Okay.
And then they're like, yeah, you know what? We're going to paint it green.
Nice.
So just
Gas
painting
Monkey,
it, in my opinion, you ruin it.
Son, Gas Monkey Garage did a green one. You remember when they did a green one? That was nasty.
Black.
No, it was green.
It was black.
It was green.
It was black.
It was green.
It was black.
That Gas Monkey, was it black? Nah,
it was
green,
black.
son. But hold on. First off, painting it green on top of that is nasty.
And not for nothing, though, that Ferrari F40 was crashed. So? I believe once it's crashed, all bets are off.
Oh, damn.
And shout to the Facebook user. He said, and that's if Mr. Nakai chooses to work on your Porsche. That's true. He also has to decide to fly out and see you. The kit alone is $40,000. And that's what just bringing us up to our topic today, man. It's a real car guy topic. Define classic.
Interesting. Man.
Don't forget, call up 516-206-0711. You already know the number, man. Y'all know what to do. It's the bearded one here.
That's our Shawn, baby. Let's go.
You already know what it is, man. So we're going to jump into a little bit of the show because we're going to save that for a little later.
Yeah,
for sure.
What
color is that? You shaking your head?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
I remember. See, and it looks good, though, son.
I'm not saying that black don't look good.
Son. If it was forest green, it look even better.
But you mean to tell me if it was Blanco, the Blanco or the white unicorn that they created when he did the
talking about the
Enzo, the single white Enzo, and they say they painted it green. How would you feel about it?
I love it.
You lying?
Forest green. What? You gotta remember, my favorite color so happens to be that. So it's like it's gonna look bananas, and that color has not yet. Even if you want to go, if you want to take a look at like how Jaguar used to paint their cars green.
Yes,
it's a beautiful green, son.
I mean, forest green is beautiful. I'm not saying that the color is bad, but it's definitely out of Ferrari's It's not in their spectrum.
It should have been in their catalog. They lost their mind with that one. I guess Jaguar beat him to the punch, but it is what it is.
It said RWB will son you, and you would be happy about it. I hear that. I mean, I guess at that point, you'd be happy to have and that's what I mean. Some builds are classics.
Yeah, but even so, again, we're not gonna dig too deep into it. But for
we are gonna dig deep, but it's just not right now.
But for me, like, I feel like with a classic mobile, I wouldn't want to go too far. Even the RWB thing, that would be great, but
yes,
that may not be my cup of tea with that though.
That's a fact.
I'm not gonna hold you.
That's a fact. I will say this, however, though. I will say this, and I'm gonna be totally honest.
Yeah.
When it comes down to a build, I believe what makes it classic is the amount of attention you put into it. I don't mean like a cambed out, like to me that's no.
Okay.
But I mean if you really did a tasteful build.
Yeah.
Like like where you're even putting on parts from that time period.
Yeah.
Not that you putting on the newest.
Got you.
Oh, okay. Like let's say for instance, and like I said, I hate to keep talking about my CRX, but you got guys that are K swapping and all-wheel driving. The appeal for all-wheel drive CRX is great. All-wheel drive turbo CRX would be great.
Yeah.
You wearing out everything, but is that going to be a classic build in another 10, 15 years?
Thin line. I think it's
a very thin line, but that's why we here, man.
Factory.
Let's go. With 100%. That being said, it's being one here.
That's our Shawn, baby.
We in the building, man. It's Rally Radio, man. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Man, I just want to shout out to everybody who's rocking with us, B.
Let's go.
Who's showing the love, who's sharing, subscribing. They breaking their phone on that like button on the computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really just appreciate those people, man. 100%.
We appreciate that. If y'all can, drop a like. Share it if you can. Share it in some of your auto groups. Shout out to my guy Phil. You already know Dr. Phil is in the building.
Dr. Phil.
He said Ferrari has a few greens in its palette. It's just these weenies worried about resale value over what they like. All get it in red. I don't know. Red is my favorite color, though.
Yeah, red is nice, though, but...
Red is my favorite.
Just imagine for a minute, though, right? A green 480 Pista. Are you kidding me, son? With the red Calis? No. Oh, my... All right, y'all.
Now
we will carry on with the show.
Give me a gunmetal. Give me the dark gray or give me a black. Those are stock colors by them.
Oh, gosh, bro. This guy. All right.
A green 488 piece.
Are you mad? With the black roof and the red calipers?
I'm good, bro.
All right.
When it comes to a car of that magnitude, I want it straight down the line. And I'm not talking about I want to go to Ferrari and get it. That would be great. And we'll be there one day, man. I'm going to hit the lotto.
100%, son. 100%.
I'm going to be there one day. Give me the money, man.
That's it.
That's what I want.
100%, man.
Here we go. He said, Suki, speaking of classic, the Nissan 300Z, they had in Big Boys Toys on Queens Boulevard. Oh, wow. Or the wagon in SeaWorld, in Speed World. I remember that 300Z at Big Boys Toys. I remember that. They did a lot of different See, again, hood classic, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So what you saying, the 300Z is a hood classic?
No. What they did.
Oh, okay.
The 300Z, in my opinion, is another classic. And then we're going to go down. Nice. What do you consider? That's what I would like for everybody to put in the comments. Give me a car that you consider a classic. That's what I would like. Shout out to everybody. He said, what's good? We see y'all, man. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Shout out to those rocking with us. It's the bearded one here. That's how Shawn is in the building.
Yes.
You know how we get down. I mean, you got any shout outs you want to give? No shout out?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good right now.
I want to give a shout out, right?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to everyone who is in search of some hard to find car parts.
Damn.
I'm going to tell you, man, building this CRX over now is like, and like I said, I got a lot of rare parts.
Yeah.
If everybody checked out the video when I went live, I got a lot of rare parts. But there's still stuff that's just super hard to find that I want.
Yeah.
And simple stuff that we used to just be able to readily get our hands on, like a carbon fiber roof. Man. That's hard to find right now. Carbon fiber lip.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. And then for the JDM front, I don't need it for the USDM front.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting, man, just to say the least. But we are in the building. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. We're going to jump right into this, man. You ready to go?
Let's go, baby.
All right, with that being said, here we go. Now.
Yeah.
They tuned in last week. What did they get, kid? What they got?
Yo, if y'all tuned in last week or you so happen to miss it, shame on you. Try not to make that a habit, but I do got some good ones here for y'all. I thought this was pretty interesting. Stolen Ferrari, smash and grab.
Tremendous.
I thought that was wild because they said 3 people stole 4 of them. I'm still to this day trying to figure out how they did that one.
Probably one dude, they probably stole 3.
Yeah.
And then one dude was brave enough to come back for one more.
One of those.
He was like, the cops ain't show up yet. I'm going to get that blue one. That blue Ferrari that
It
they
had
don't
to
really
be, son. It had to be something like that.
What was the colors? Blue, white?
Blue, what was it? Blue, white, and red?
Yep.
Blue, white, red, and like black and something like that. It was another color like that.
Now, shout to because their blue is sick.
It is, but not for none. Those cars wasn't like showroom cars. Those were service vehicles.
They belong to
people. They was there getting service. Excuse me. They was there getting service. I just gotta ask, what kind of service was they getting so that they leave those things overnight?
Kid. And that's another thing. If you gotta service my Ferrari overnight, it better not be in no lot. It better be in the building, fam. Like what? Like
I'm talking about better than that. It better be. Y'all don't got security in this month? No security.
What they was able. Wait. He said, "Don't tell me these ain't unbelievable." I mean, no, it's not unbelievable. It's just. I just don't get it though.
Nah, I don't understand, man.
Shout to Dar Spalding. He said a 1963 Lincoln Continental drop top with suicide doors. Rest in peace, JFK. That is his classic. That is a pure classic.
That's nice.
I actually like that. Continue on. What else you got?
That's definitely a nice one. But yeah, that's just odd, man. Like these people out here just acting crazy. But another good one is these F-150 Raptors. Leaking oil already. And this is the high horsepower one too.
Yes, it is.
700 or something ridiculous.
Yes.
Come on, son.
So how they leaking already, bruh?
How they doing already? And these things, what, transmission fluid too?
It says transmission fluid.
Come on, B. And these joints are upward of they north of 100,000.
Gotta be scared, B. Gotta be scared. They north of 100, yeah.
But I just chalk it up to, they just getting ready to put their money elsewhere, and they just trying to give us what's left. You know what I'm saying? You know the transmission that's been back there for a while long. They attempt to open it up to change the seal or two.
Right.
One of those. I think that's what's going on with that. I find that really strange though, for sure. I don't know, man. If you ask me, Ford's quality has been falling off lately due to the decision making. But
he's calling out the resident Ford guy.
We will carry on though. We'll carry
boy.
on. You know what I'm saying? Another good one is that it appears the manuals may be making a comeback, son.
Love it.
The enthusiasts perhaps saving them.
Yes.
Perhaps. See, another thing that makes something classic for sure. It's not the only thing.
Right.
But if it has a manual transmission. I'm sorry, son.
Right.
If you got the standard shift,
right,
it's automatically up there. I'm sorry, son. Automatically up there, B. It's funny, right? Automatically up there, manual. Whatever, right?
What a pun.
What a big pun.
Didn't mean to make a jokey joke, right? But we did it.
Word too, like that was interesting. So another one that was good too is this Yankee tax from Southern California.
I did a reel on it and I meant to post it. Yeah, dang Yankee!
Oh man, son. Yo, they dug in the archives for that one, son.
That name was serious, son.
So they saying that they want people, these Yankees, when they come, to move into their town, to pay extra $500.
I gotta say this though.
Yeah.
They wasn't like personally. They wasn't calling people Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
They just said Yankee tax. But I hate the fact that they even bold enough to call it that.
What's the difference?
I mean, if you call the tax the Yankee instead of call, so you saying I'm a Yankee and that's why I gotta pay the tax. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, at the end of the day, I just hate the fact that they bold enough to call it that.
I always like to ask this question. How was that conversation in that room? And it's like, you know what, y'all? Yankee tax. How were they like, yo, that's a good idea? How? I'd be so curious with stuff like that. Like, damn, man, like.
I stopped caring because we know who's in the room. But it is what it is, man. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention.
Damn.
Facebook user says General Classic is an RX-4. Street Classic is a No Guts Bubble Civic. Guido
he's going in.
I don't know. I'm gonna touch that one right there. But Guido Classic is an IROC Z. Blood Clot Classic is a square Cressida / Maxima with hammers and a 7-inch chrome rocker. Yo, that is hilarious.
I'm laughing, son.
That is hilarious. What else you got? That's it for the recaps. What else you got for it?
Another good one right here. Tesla outed again, plowing into a fire truck on the highway.
Yo, I did a reel about that too.
Them shit's gonna be classic too, by the way. classic death machines.
Yo, you want to laugh, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a healthy argument, not an argument, a healthy conversation with somebody who loves and they like, yo, you know what, kid? It don't even matter. 10, 15 years from now, you ain't gonna have a choice. I said, you don't listen to Rally Radio, do you?
Nah, he don't listen.
Because we gonna talk about it today. What kind of choice you got? What else you got? That's it.
Nah, that's it right now, man. That's
here we go. We gonna jump right into the show, y'all. Y'all ready to get in?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Weekly Specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, we are in the building. You know how we get down, man. You know how we get down, man. We gonna jump right into the show. Got a couple things we're gonna talk about, man, before we get into it.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen.
Yeah, he's at it again, apparently.
He won the first game of the first race of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all call him Max Verstappen. Y'all heard of Max B?
Yeah.
We gonna call him Max V.
Damn.
Cause I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Hamilton or is it AMG or
Yeah.
they need to get it together quick.
Damn.
Red Bull took 1 and 2.
Oh shit.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, they not playing, son. Not this season.
Nope. Sergio Perez took 2nd place. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And look at Aston Martin taking 3rd.
Yeah, son.
It's a shock.
See, it's not really a shock, because you got to think about it. It's like, yo, we got to study them. We got to see what they doing. Mm-hmm. So that's probably what they doing. They probably really was in, the gym, racetracks getting busy, just to try to match Lewis, man, because he was going for his. And he ain't done yet.
Nah, he's not
He ain't
finished.
done yet. He getting warm. So I'm telling you.
He's not finished. I'm just saying, like, as far as, like, winning is concerned, though.
Oh, nah, son. He getting warm. Give him a little time. He getting warm. Telling you. But that's definitely a good win for Max and the team. That's what's up. But Lewis Hamilton ain't done.
I'm going to tell you this.
He going to keep going.
That's the first race of the season. Right now, he has, I believe, he's at 10 points.
Yeah.
And Max is at 25. It's going to be a fight. But there's a couple races. Shout out to everybody who watches F1.
100%.
There's this one race I want to see. It's going to be at 1 in the morning on April 2nd. It's the Australian Melbourne Grand Prix circuit.
Damn, definitely got to check
I'm
that one.
definitely tuned in on that one.
Yeah, son, got to check that one out. 100%.
He said Mercedes gave Hamilton a bogus car. He told them last year and they didn't listen. His crew chief just admitted MB needs to step up their game. Well, in honest opinion, it sounds like they telling him what they think of him right there.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, your time is coming up, kid.
Like they threw with him.
Yeah.
You know, they did the same thing to Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Valentino Rossi was a winner.
Yeah.
But once Yamaha had really got there with him, it was like now they was more concentrated on Lopez more than it was concentrated on him. And once that happened, you already knew he was out the door.
Yeah.
And we talked about it at one point, how we felt leaving Yamaha and going to Ducati really hurt his brand. Hurt him.
It did.
He lost a lot. But it remains to be seen. Shout to Max V. Look, I ain't really a fan of his neither, but I mean, he's winning. You know, I want to see Hamilton do it, but until Mercedes get it together.
Man, Hamilton gonna make a comeback, man. He always do, man. He gonna be able to figure this one out.
Question is he the better driver? Is he the better driver in your opinion?
Max V or
Max V
Hamilton?
or Verstappen or Hamilton?
Nah, man, Hamilton. I think you know what? No, I think Hamilton's a better driver, man, because I feel like what Hamilton has going on, or what or the things he just went through to keep him going.
Yes,
I just think that just makes him just a superior driver, son.
Right.
And sure, let's say he did have a bogus car last year. He still was putting them down.
No, not really.
Oh, he was messing up?
Not really. Look. I mean, I'm going to say this. I say this for the most part. At the end of the day, he is the pinnacle. He is the pinnacle right now of F1.
Well, I think he's going to forever hold the title, though, because he was, not for nothing, he was one who got more wins than, what's his name?
Ooh.
Not,
Schumacher?
Yeah.
Tied with the titles, he would have had more. Shout to Marlon. He said Max is a dirty driver. Oh, boy. Rubbing his racing, son.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Rubbing his racing,
I heard
son.
that. Days of Thunder, I heard that one, son.
Nothing you can do about that.
But, like you said, Mercedes get it back together, Hamilton gonna be all right. Sure he
Mercedes got to want to.
Yeah, they got to want to, but Maybe he could convince him. Maybe he can't. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's remain to be seen. We gonna see it though. It's a fact.
If he gave them the build and told them what he needed and they didn't do it, they're already saying, we gonna need you to move on, Hammy. Trust me. I hate to say it.
Damn.
But that's like how the Chicago Bulls did Michael Jordan. How once they get tired of a star, they stop responding to their requests.
It's strange. I've been winning for y'all this whole time.
Not when you got an open wheel car running rubbing his racing in NASCAR. Listen. You can say that.
Yeah.
And it has happened. I've been on the street on my motorcycle and changed lanes with somebody that I was going against at the same time and bumped shoulders with him.
Damn.
Oh yeah. $120. Bitch. It happens. I don't care what you drive.
Now, believe it or not, in Formula One, they definitely do, you know what I'm saying, a lot of touching. It still goes on.
They like to rub them tires. Yeah, and he's right.
It goes on.
He's right. If you rub the tires the wrong, you're going to spin out. But
for sure, but anything, that's just like with anything, man. It's going to happen.
Yeah, trust me,
a little bit of trading paint. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's not rubbing?
What's that?
The gas and the brake pedal. Hyundai's gonna make sure of it. And here we go again. Stop shouting Hyundai out like they doing work over here, man. Stop it. Hyundai creates sliding pedals that can move out of the way when cruising.
Why would they do that? Okay.
That's your man. That's your man.
They going too far. You know what? I feel like Hyundai, I feel like they scrambling right now, or they've been scrambling for a while, and they trying to beat people to the punch. Like, yo, we gonna come up with these sliding pedals. It's a great idea.
Yeah, they said, yo, Hyundai's already looking at solutions for level 4 autonomous driving. They already don't. They don't care.
Dr. Phil, they need your help, kid.
Look. Let's see them make an N series of one of these. Hyundai sliding foot N series. Get the garbage.
I do feel like they're doing a bit much, man. Like I said, they can't even get the combustion engine correct. They can't stop their vehicles from setting on fire. It's like this, and we're gonna move to sliding pedals while cruising.
We're gonna slide the pedals. Hyundai is rating its vehicles for level 4 autonomy and beyond, and has filed a new patent to this end for brake and throttle pedals that can hide themselves by sliding left and right out of the way of drivers' feet when not in use. The patent was first filed with Korean Intellectual Property, KIPO, in 2021, but has now been published via the United States Patent and Trademark Office where Car Buzz discovered it. It's crazy.
Nah, that doesn't even make sense. How they need to unpatent that one quickly, because this, you know what, they can patent it. I just hope they don't ever put it in production.
It's too late.
Because it's going to further drive them, you know, into
they
the hole that
started making it, son. Hyundai and sliding foot.
Don't do it, y'all. I care about y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
Hyundai and sliding foot. That's what we gonna call it. Slide your foot over. Yeah, okay. They gonna give heel and toe a whole nother definition.
They are. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Sliding pedal. You know, the more I look at this thing, and I think the thing that really drives me up the wall about it is like, just remove them. Just take them out.
Yeah, you might as well have the little joystick. Or like what the planes have.
Come on. They might, the Atari joystick in there like this. You playing Defender, Pac-Man in the car. That's ridiculous, bro.
I don't know. Like, what world do you think this could work at, though? Work in, I should say.
Underwater.
Damn.
Sink it.
He said you might as well just submerge it in the deep depths of the ocean.
Come on. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I think Honda is just trying to scramble to figure something out.
Son.
I feel like they back been on the wall, but they just like this.
He said scramble. That's the worst thing you can use. Because them pedals are scrambling out the way. I can't.
I'm a little disappointed in Honda at this point. Like, it's like, come on, yo.
Listen.
Again, who's in the room? Like, yo, this is a good idea.
Listen.
I love to meet these people.
The gas and the brake pedal are mounted on a sliding rail. When the autonomous driving mode is engaged, these pedals slide to the left and right. In doing so, the pedals are entirely hidden, leaving the driver or passenger once the car is driving itself, with ample leg room to stretch out. In a level 4 car, the driver must do some driving, as autonomous driving functions will be geo-fenced. Once manual driving is engaged, The pedals slide back to their original position, or the driver can adjust the pedals to their liking. The pedals can be moved closer together, and the brake pedal can be hidden entirely if the driver wishes to use one pedal driving method in an EV.
Damn, son.
I gotta stop the music. One pedal driving? Let me tell y'all a quick story, man. I bought my son, when he was little, I bought him a Power Wheel.
Okay.
Porsche 911 GT3 red Power Wheel. I was like, yo, it's fire, right? Silly me, right? Put the kid in the car, right? Turn it on. He got a little radio, everything. Nice little headlights, wheels, all that, right? Put him in the car. My wife asked me, well, how does he stop? So I look in there's no brake pedal.
That's very interesting.
There's no brake pedal. It was no brake pedal in it.
All you gotta do is release the pedal. Release the pedal and it's supposed to stop.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Shout to Phil. He said one pedal driving is normally V's. We know that.
So you trying to tell me they took the idea from the Power Wheel? Like, you know what?
No.
Kids do 1 foot driving.
It's battery powered. That's all I'm gonna say. But I will say, for the most part, right? Think about anything you've driven that was electric. Let's take these karts. When we went kart racing.
Okay.
Those are electric too. Same rules apply.
Those have 1 pedal on it?
Not that they have 1 pedal, but once you take your feet off the power, the motors reverse. It reverse polarizes and they'll slow themselves down. As with trains.
Okay.
Trains do the same thing. If you have a train that's electric, not a locomotive that's diesel.
Okay.
But an electric train like the subway cars, the minute you knock off the power, it'll slow itself down.
Yeah.
So it does happen. And shout them all. He said in F1 you have to leave a drive. You have to leave a drive cars with entering and exiting the corner. Those are the rules which Max doesn't ever give Lewis. Well, it can't be the rules then if he getting away with it.
Can't be. Absolutely not.
The rules, baby.
Good question. Not to get too sidetracked. So even with the trains, right? Let's say you're going downhill. Trains don't go downhill.
Yeah, they do.
All right, cool. Let's say they're going down a downgrade or whatever, right? And you release the throttle, it still slows itself down?
No. Now it's too much weight.
Okay, that's just like a car then, because once you release the gas pedal, it's going to start the engine brake. So it's like, it's interesting their method behind this. But if you ask me, this right here sounds just like, yo, Beto, just go ahead and be lazy, man. Kick your feet up. When you're supposed to be driving, kick your feet up. The pedals won't get out your way.
Right.
And just go to sleep.
There we go.
Just chill out.
That's what we need.
Just chill.
Just relax.
And that's my problem, man. Like I know we here on Rally Radio don't think this is too cool because it just sounds like they're just going at us continuously to be lazy. Take the whole driving experience out the equation, so just forget about it. They need to just remove the pedals altogether, son.
Just take them out.
Take the steering wheel away.
Take them out.
Everything. Put a bed in there.
And then slap an MTA on the side of it and pick up 20 more people.
That's what I'm saying.
Bus.
That's what it says.
It's a bus. It's a bus.
Oh, man, son. But it's like what you said, though. After COVID, people really, I guess, want their personal space.
Yeah.
And in that personal space, they perhaps may want to go to sleep.
But you know what's crazy? Even Tesla's supposed to be coming out with a Model 2 now.
I heard, oh, boy. Son.
You heard about it?
Oh, man. Son.
So not only coming out with a Model 2, they said when you're not driving it, you can send it out to be an autonomous taxi.
And make money for you. Oh, my. What are we doing? Are we not...
They serious.
I feel like we refuse to learn. I feel like it's just like, yo,
whose fault is it if something happens?
I'm convinced it's gonna be your fault. It's whoever owns this, it's your fault, fam. Sit.
Somebody get in the back and it's autonomously driving as a cab. It busts a left turn, don't see a motorcycle or whatever, boom. What is it gonna say? We gave the driver back control 8 seconds ago?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Who they gonna give control back to now?
They gonna give it back to the person in the back seat.
Oh,
you gonna wake up tomorrow morning with a lawsuit on your hands.
Well, how about this? How about they gonna supply you with a remote control with a screen on it?
That's hilarious.
So you can see it with instructions like, yo, don't go to sleep if you send in your vehicle out to drive.
That's hilarious.
So in case you got to get back in control.
That's hilarious. But it doesn't shock me.
Son.
It doesn't shock me, man.
Nah, man. Automotive world, son, is taking dark turn, son.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going even darker. Damn. And we talk to people soft nowadays. That's what it is. Imagine if they made your whip a safe space. Wow. That's how people are looking at it. It's a soft world, but it's a dark world out here too, man.
100%.
We got a lot of people doing a lot of thievery. We talked about the guys trying to do they did the Ferrari heist. Now you got gone in 40 seconds.
Damn.
Thieves steal 6 Dodge Challenger Hellcats from dealership. And when I say they stole it from the dealership, I don't mean the lot. They went in the building.
Yeah.
That's bold as it gets. Let's get into a little bit.
A lot of times those be inside jobs though, but carry on.
It gotta be. Come on, there's no other way. But they knew where the cameras was and everything.
All that.
Despite a security system, thieves in Somerset, Kentucky managed to steal 6 examples of the Dodge Challenger Hellcat in just 40 seconds. The vehicles, worth around $95,000, was stolen from Don Franklin Chrysler Dodge in Somerset at about 2 in the morning. The thieves broke into the dealership and found keys to 2 of the cars on the forecourt, while the other 4 were inside the dealership with the keys left inside. It's believed 7 people took part in the ultra-efficient theft. Video footage shows black-clad thieves sneaking in and maneuvering 3 of the muscle cars out of the showroom. This is crazy. 5 of the vehicles have since been recovered.
Damn.
It wasn't that good. 1 was found not far from the dealership and out of gas. That is hilarious. 2 in other counties, including Bowling Green, 1 in Tennessee and another in Alabama. We have an idea of where the last one is. The dealership manager said, it looks like they damaged the GPS on it, but it's picking up and it seems like it's in Alabama. We've been working with law enforcement there and they've been helping us track it, but that's really all you can do. You just got to go on with business. This is amazing.
Damn, son.
What's your, I mean, I like
Quick
you said.
question. You don't think, don't lose your train of thought. You don't think they, these have the, if they like being stolen, that it decreases the power? You don't think these models have that? Remember we was talking about that before? Like,
I think because they brand new. Because remember, I believe that has to belong to somebody. Because you personalize that code. So that's your personal code. So I would think that because these left they out of the dealership, which could make
son, that's not even smart though, son. Why not just equip them all and then the bid one has the option, adjust your password or whatever like that.
Yeah, but what about if you moving them around in the dealership? You move from point A to point B.
How long is it gonna take for you to punch in the code to get full power or get half power or quarter power?
Apparently they thought it was too long. They said, "Nah, we can't do it."
Clearly, right?
Ultimately, at the end of the day, I mean, that's bold.
I mean, it's not that bold when you got an inside man. But
they already found 5 of them.
Yeah.
You stole 7 of them. They found 5 already. You finished.
I mean, most of the time these things are being tracked.
But that's what I don't understand about it. It's like, you're
so those Ferraris is probably recovered already. Believe it or not.
I don't think so.
No, it's probably recovered.
I think they was old. They was older.
What you mean?
They wasn't newer Ferraris. And because they personal, maybe they didn't even bother. A lot of people think when they get a car up there that costs that much, that's that high end, that nobody steals them. But at the end of the day, you're getting a different grade of thief.
True.
You're not getting a regular guy that's like, I'll try to steal your Civic by popping your hood or something. No, these dudes watch you for months. Yeah. They get it when you make your regular stop to the ATM in the morning to get your Starbucks.
Fact.
They be right there. So it depends, man. I just don't see the point in it. The thievery of a brand new car. What are you gonna do with it?
Like you said, man, chop it up, trying to get rid of it for parts,
or send it overseas.
Send it overseas. One of those things.
That's amazing.
You know,
that's amazing to say.
Or what if you just want to go for a joyride?
Out the dealership, though.
Out the dealership.
You deserve to be locked up. Lock them up. Yo, and if you watch the video, they was on it. They put plates on the joints and all that.
Yeah, son.
They was on.
I mean, they came prepared until they realized them shits don't really got that much fuel in it, and they probably realized how much they drink fuel. They probably like, damn, son.
They said, yo, these things, you think they take a lot of gas? Nah, we should be good, kid. We should be good. You know what we call that here at Rally Radio, right?
What's that?
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Yo, just don't punch it, kid. You be alright.
Yo, you be alright, son.
It's the Understeer.
Yo, you idling, losing quarts of fuel.
Yo, here come the boys gassing.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
I don't get it. And we got a good understand too today because we have another
man,
situation with that happening. But it just goes to
son.
show, man, it's like it's real silly out here. Like, I guess the only way it could benefit them is if they put it in the can and send it overseas.
Yeah, only I can see that happening.
You can't really do it. What are you going to do with that motor? You can't drive it in your car. You get pulled over one time, or anything. Take it to get looked at, anything, and they check that VIN.
Yeah,
You're dead.
it's over.
You're dead.
It's over.
Yeah, I didn't steal it. Okay, you need to point us out to who did steal it.
Somebody did.
Somebody stole it.
Damn, B. I think that's very interesting, though, man. How does it make you feel about the Hellcat still? Like,
I love it. I still love it.
even if they getting booked or
March
madness?
14th, y'all.
Yeah.
March 14th, Dodge will be releasing the last of the last call. The 7th and final car of the last call. I don't know if any of y'all been keeping up with some of these videos that they've been putting out.
Yeah.
They put out a video of a leprechaun demonized. I don't know what's wrong.
That's ridiculous.
And they put a fan in front of him, like a digital fan to like rate his, I don't know. They punched in a code and he screamed. And when the leprechaun screamed, it sounded like the loudest exhaust. And then it came back 1,582. Are they giving us a car with 1,582 horsepower?
Perhaps.
Wow. Dodge ain't playing fair.
Nah, they not. They not.
And when they go to EV, they finish. I hate to say it, the brand is dead.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have a for sure a rough time.
Yeah. But
100%, son.
with that being said, man, we got one more for you. Oh, we got two more for you. I didn't even gonna like this. I didn't understand this. We wanted to bring this to the news. We just want to let y'all know what's going on. It looks like Jersey's another city that's gonna ban conventional ICE cars by 2035. And as usual, New Jersey's governor, he's talking reckless. He's like, this is the New Jersey. The new.
Shit.
Like, yeah, whatever, man. They ain't nothing but New York Part 2. You New York 1.1. You ain't 2.0, son. Stop it. But I wanted to talk to you about something, since we bringing it up. It's gonna be synthetic fuel is gonna kick all this in the balls.
Yeah, I agree.
And I believe that what's gonna happen, they're gonna try to do any and everything in their power to stop synthetic fuel.
See, I was just about to say, you read my mind with that, because think about it, man. Look how hard they pushing this. Like, we don't really hear that much about the synthetic fuel.
We don't.
As much as we hearing about how they still trying to, EV this, we're gonna ban engines that. Son, the amount of energy and resources that they put into this synthetic fuel may not make it better yet. It's only gonna be for the rich.
Say it again.
Better yet, it's gonna only be for the rich, son.
We talked about that.
They ain't gonna hit the public like that, son. No way.
We talked about that. Well,
no way, son.
it's this last part of the show right here, or not part of the show, but last part of the segment. We're gonna start bringing y'all some of these recalls. There's a lot of recalls out there.
Oh man, son.
The Nissan recalls the Rogue and Rogue Sport SUV for risk of shutoff while driving. 700,000 of them.
So something about how the key just folds in and does some madness behind it. Like, what you...
Do you know that they downgraded Nissan to like junk status? Yeah, I think Nissan about to be out of here. I think they about to be out of here.
Man, you know what that means for them GTRs then.
Or them Datsuns.
Yeah, them Datsuns. They gonna be through the roof.
400Z.
Through the roof, son.
But to put it out there, man, it's gonna be interesting.
Terrible, man. 700,000 Rogue and Rogue Sports from 2014 to 2020.
700,000. That's a lot of recalls, man. So if you got a Rogue Sport or a Rogue Sport SUV from 2014 to 2020, you need to take it in there. It says that due to a fault in the jackknife style key that can cause the engine to shut down while the car is being driven. So pretty much you already know that when you use their keys, a lot of their keys have that feature where they come out.
Yeah.
You press the button and they come out.
Unfolds out the fob.
So I'm thinking that's what they mean when they start the car off.
It probably folds back in?
Yeah, and it'll shut the car off.
What type of safety mechanism is that, son?
Safety mechanism. It's hilarious.
How does it... Okay, my thing is, right, so I wonder what signal it disrupts or what does it do to the ignition.
Right.
when it folds back in?
Nothing. Folds in and it says, Bob's your uncle. Beep, 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 beep. Shuts right off, kid.
So does it like fold in and then like turn the ignition off? It's like one of those?
It folds in and it turns the ignition off.
It has to be, son.
So that's why it's dangerous. I mean, give me a regular key at that point. Give me the regular steel joint I could get from Home Depot. I know they computerized keys, but
steel joint.
The steel gold joint. Let me get that one right. It look like a house key. Yeah, give me the.
But you see what I mean, though? Like, okay, again, man, you know, technology can be good if it's used the right way and stuff like that. Advancement is great too, again, if it's used the right way. But look what happens when you go too far. You thinking, oh yeah, we got this folding, I'm flipping out the key fob. It's great.
First off, it looked like a switchblade. You're pulling out your key. You like this. You look like a switchblade. Shout to sales. What's going on?
Yo, that's the problem, man. Again, this just reminds me of Hyundai with their hidden pedals, the invisible pedal mechanism, son. Just imagine if this actually does hit public with Hyundai, the type of recalls and accidents they're gonna have with this.
I mean, because they're already having accidents, man.
And recalls.
They're already having accidents and recalls. That's why you got to be dangerous. You got to be careful with it.
And not for nothing with Nissan, they just had a recall last week about the emblem.
That was pretty small, but I like the fact that they recalled it over that. Like, because if the airbag come out, the last thing I'm worried about is getting hit with the logo.
Son,
I'm gonna keep it.
It reminds me of a batarang. Little flying disc.
So it's smoky right in your head.
I'm telling you, man. Damn.
So it looked like we also got recalls from Dodge. Dodge recalls 139,000 Durangos over a potential rear spoiler issue, saying pretty much that the rear spoiler may fly off.
Damn.
If you get caught up in too much wind under the spoiler, and this is a Durango. Why you got a spoiler on your Durango unless it's a Hellcat?
See, I was about to mention that. Why you even got a Hellcat Durango?
Hey, whoa.
I had to say it. Somebody had to say it.
Listen.
Somebody had to say it.
Listen.
I'm just saying. And those don't even come with the spoiler.
Vehicular treason, sir.
I'm just saying, man.
That's vehicular treason. Soon, that's going to be the only place you're going to be able to get a V8.
He said soon.
Watch. That's going to be the only place you're going to be able to get a V8.
Along with that screaming Banshee with the speakers for exhaust, right? Right along with that. Sitting side by side.
Hey, I don't appreciate the slander here.
I'm just saying, son.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
He's slandering.
Dodge started spinning out after the Trackhawk. That was the last of the last right there.
Me with this. You better stop him now.
I'm telling you. That was the last best creation, son.
The Trackhawk.
The Trackhawk, huh? I'm sorry.
What year?
I want to say 2018, 2019. That was the last. They started spinning out when they decided, yo, that's a great idea to put a Hellcat engine in the Durango.
They didn't have a choice.
No, they did have a choice.
No. First off, I applaud them putting the Hellcat.
I do not applaud them doing that. Why?
I applaud them, and you know why?
Why?
Shout to Dodge.
Yeah, you sound like the person who had one and was mad that they came back out with more of them.
No. I never had one, and I would have had one. Goddammit. I would have had one. I'd have definitely bought one. I will say this, however, SUVs do not need spoilers. I will say that unless it's and even a duck bill.
Okay.
Give them the duck bill off the back of the back of the hatch.
Yeah.
But I don't see a full on spoiler. But that's what they talking about here, and that's not the worst one. You know, we got another recall.
There's a lot of things I feel like SUVs shouldn't have, but
hey,
I digress, huh?
They shouldn't.
I digress, B.
Listen, you.
I'm just telling you.
Blasphemy.
I'd rather a pickup truck with a bowed engine in there versus an SUV. SUV, if you ask me, SUV is meant to do maybe one thing and one thing only.
Listen.
Along with minivans. If you stay in the class with minivans.
Whoa. Hey.
Somebody had to say it, son. Somebody had to say it.
Listen.
I'm just saying, y'all.
Listen. He's upsetting me. You know? I don't like when we could be in here. I love minivans. I love minivans.
Yo, he dating himself now, y'all. That's it. That's it. He's OD'd. I'm telling you.
I love minivans.
I'm just saying,
you
man.
cannot put them in the same. He said, shout to Philly. He said, GM is the only one that developed a new V8. Dodge is going to go inline six. Yeah, there's no shock there. Mm-hmm. There's no shock that they're going for the 2J crown. They're going to have a turbo 6.
Yeah, right.
Look,
nobody could come for that crown. If you ask me, that one is locked and sealed. Nobody could come for that, son. If you notice, there has been great force, right? What happened? I'm laughing.
Shout to Damien. He said, I'm not agreeing with him at all. If I wasn't on this open house tour, I'd be calling in. He said, because I'm telling you, man.
No.
Yo,
Listen.
So I can't have an SUV that's bowed, son?
Son, why? What's the point of it?
So what about the F-150 Lightning? Not the
pickup.
not the EV.
The pickup you talking
not
about?
Not the EV.
You talking about the pickup truck?
Yes.
I just said a pickup truck can have the bowed engine in. See, you gonna laugh. Hear me out, y'all. I'd rather the Dodge.
He in here. He talking reckless.
Listen. Hear me out though, y'all. I'd rather the Dodge TRX with the Hellcat engine in it than that Dodge Durango, son. I think a pickup can have a bowed engine because they job is a little bit more, it's a little different.
So
SUV, what are you doing in an SUV?
Now we put the camera.
Like even
on
so, the Cadillac, the Cadillac, son.
Cadillac
the
what?
Escalade.
Okay.
With the Blackwing engine in it. That's blasphemy right there. Why? Why do we have 650 in there? Please tell me that, y'all.
Why we have 700 in the pickup? It's even
the
more
job.
dangerous.
No. The job is first off. I remember going to the racetrack as a kid and seeing pickup trucks on the strip. Getting right.
Shout to Facebook user. They said, "What about the GMC Typhoon?" And that's a classic.
Beautiful.
See,
beautiful right there. That was different. First off, the Typhoon had 2 doors. It had 2 doors. The Typhoon was a legend. It made it to the show. The Typhoon had 2 doors though.
Shout to the Facebook. See, they standing up. Said the Magnum started all this family speed. You know why? Because
Magnum what? The Magnum started family speed.
So killing me with this. He's fired.
So y'all trying to tell me started family speed. Hold on, now I gotta roll my sleeves a little bit. You're talking about family speed. So we forgetting about all the crazy wagons before the Magnum? We forgetting that? Oh no, this is bad. This is bad, son. Family speed. Oh man. This is bad, Ben. It's bad right now, son.
No. Hold up. You gotta hear them out. And I believe they're kind of right.
Magnum started. Is that a joke?
So before the Magnum, they had station wagons with V8s in the 80s. They did 70s.
Okay, I love the wagons. Those are different. I ain't talking about that. And then if you remember, first off, before that, the 4-doors are family activities and whatnot. Are we forgetting about the V10 and that? See, do we even got to go over there? Do we got to do all that? Good. I don't think we have to do all that. What I'm saying is, what happened?
Yo, when the hell the Magnum was ever fast? Oh my God!
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. It's getting ugly out here. Yo. Everybody on the timeline like this. They all throw it. They all wild.
I'm just saying, yo.
Out there in the timeline.
I'm just saying, man.
This is going to get interesting. You know what? We're going to have part 2.
No, we have to.
Wagon versus SUV versus pickup.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Minivan. Versus full-size truck.
No, you got
and minivan.
Let's go. I'm telling you, son.
You make your choice. We won't do it today, though, because it looked like people. We got to make sure everybody calm down, man. Calm. Are you calm?
I'm good now, man.
Are you calm?
I'm good now, man. Let's go.
He was upset, boy. He was like, what are you talking about? But, damn, you got to keep him off the show if we have a part 2. Yo, cause he was like, God, he sort of slamming at the house.
Tell you, son. They took me away with that one, son. Took me away with that one, bro.
He was wild.
Telling you, son. They took me away with that one, bad one. My bad, man.
Shout to Phil, wagon all day.
Come on, Dr. Phil.
Yo, yes.
Come on.
Magnum SRT was very fast. Boy.
I like the SRTs, but I just leave it right there. But I'm definitely a wagon man. I'm a wagon man.
It's a family show.
It's definitely a family show, though, y'all. Definitely a family show.
He said, I'm for the wagons.
For the wagons.
All right.
That's it. Power up right there. That's a fact.
Oh, man. Shout out to everybody listening and paying attention. That is actually going to be. We're going to set that one up. It's going to be really good. We're going to have to battle this once and for all. Wagon, SUV, pickup,
minivan,
full size truck, and minivan.
Yes, huh?
Family show with a family car.
That's a fact. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh man, I'm sorry for the loudness, y'all. We gonna
my bad, y'all.
We're gonna move right on because SI Shawn needs water.
I'm just saying, man, it's the truth.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day,
what
was that other recall? Because I didn't even get a chance to get into it because he got pissed off. The last recall is gonna be Jeep. They're recalling 69,000 Wranglers and Gladiators with manual transmissions only.
Damn, what's going on with those things?
They said Jeep engineers had to stop shipping Wranglers and Gladiators equipped with manual transmissions in February because it seems a previous recall didn't get fully remedied.
Damn.
This is actually crazy. And like I said, there's a lot of these we're going to bring to you. It says their clutch pressure plates can overheat and fracture pretty much. So we already know the pressure plate.
Putting plastic in here?
I don't know what they putting in there. Shout to Phil. You don't really started it. The wagon. Let's go. It's still a car, so I can do car things. Fast pickups and subs, SUVs are stupid. I said what I said.
They're stupid.
Boy. People pissed off out here, man.
That is it. That is it, y'all.
People are mad out here, man.
Telling you, kid.
Oh
Telling
man!
you, son.
Shout to everybody listening. So for the most part, it look like the pressure plate for the Jeep Wrangler and the Jeep Gladiator. The pressure plate seems to heat up, crack, break, and is getting caught up in the transmission. You already know what happened. You got a whole bunch of pieces floating around in there.
A whole lot of glass going on in there.
That ain't good. You know what I mean?
That's not good at all, man.
Oh man, I love this episode already, man. This is hilarious. But we gonna move right on, man. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
That's our Shawn, baby. Let's go.
And we're gonna jump right into our next segment right here.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and SI Shawn.
This is gonna be a good one.
This is gonna be a good one, man, because Tech Talk is always great. Shout to Marl. It's getting ugly out there. Why would I want a fast car that is more prone to roll over and it's going? You started it. Thank you. Thanks, SI Shawn.
Because it makes sense though. Like my thing is real quick, right? I hate when I get inside any vehicle and I look at the visor and I so happen to see a vehicle being tilted saying "Do not maneuver this way." That never sits with me well. I'm sorry. So if I got a Bemi, I gotta be worrying about flipping over on top of that? That bothers me. So now we got 700 horsepower now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
See, the bearded one is wild. He's wild. I don't condone that. He's wild. Not me, man.
Listen.
Not me, son.
Once and for all, right? And this is part of Tech Talk now because now SI Shawn did it. Listen.
Yeah.
The Durango was the product of the guys downstairs with the shirts and the ties over their head shooting dice when they're supposed to be closed. They said, what happens if we take that motor from there and put it in there?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? I don't know. So they did it. And you know what? They created a masterpiece. I'm going to tell you right now, son, as far as SUVs is concerned, it goes down in history as one of the strongest SUVs we've ever seen. And I've seen, like I said, we mentioned a couple. The GMC Typhoon.
Oh, man, that's still the best to me. I'm sorry. It's the best.
Listen.
Had 2 doors.
And the car was wearing out cars on the strip.
Son.
It was wearing out cars on the strip. You had the F-150 Lightning. Well, it's a pickup. It's a little different. You know what I mean? But you have other SUVs.
Okay, sure. You got the SS, the Chevrolet joint, the Blazer, the souped up Blazer.
Right. But that's also the Typhoon, is it not? That's like the Typhoon is what? It's based on what body?
Remember the Typhoon was the Typhoon was what? That was in like the early 90s.
No. But it's still at one point it was based as the Blazer too. Chevy,
sure. Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I was really referring to like the 2000, like what was that? 04 Chevy Blazer, something like that.
Oh.
I was referring to that one.
Yeah, or you got the S10 pickup. Like there's other covered cars, but that Dodge Durango Hellcat is gonna be highly sought after.
I'm telling you, man, that Trackhawk. That's it. The Trackhawk. Trackhawk is better.
We gonna Blazer body in the quarter. Woof. killing Ferraris. Why would I want?
Let's go.
I mean, everybody, listen. This is
go.
getting ugly. Okay,
I'm just saying, son.
You know what?
Nah, we gotta save it. No, we gotta save it.
All right, we gotta save it because I
I
was like, you know what? We got a couple things that we're gonna talk about here. And I know you're not. I notice nobody's talking about the minivan. I love the minivan.
the minivan.
It's the best road trip car ever.
Oh, I beg to differ with that, son.
Give
No
me
way,
another.
son.
You know what? We're gonna move on.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I'm telling you, son.
We're gonna move on
No way,
because
son.
I don't want to argue. And then we're gonna talk about another wagon that's supposed to be Audi RS4 is supposed to be coming back to the States.
Come on, son.
Come on. What
B.
are we saying about
you? Don't hear a SUV coming over here or just doing anything spectacular.
What about the BMW X3M that wore out that McLaren last week so bad that he crashed? Come on, bro.
That's still not even that. That's a crossover. Give me a crossover.
I love how he's moving the goalpost now. It's like this. The touchdown is over here. You was over there. You got 5 more yards to go. Come on.
Listen, man. I can't. As far as that X3M and that McLaren's concerned, who knows what happened? You know what I'm saying? He might have had popcorn or something before he got in the whip.
He lost. And shout out to the Facebook user. They said minivan soccer mom.
Damn.
I take offense.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
I don't care.
The Facebook users understanding, so they getting it like, hold on, man.
Listen,
it's many
options. Put a Hellcat in the minivan. That's
and then what? And then what? So,
yo, you put that joint in there, man. Wear some. Yo, there was a
guy.
guy.
Nothing. What is gonna be front wheel drive?
There was a guy with a Dodge Caravan. You remember the first Dodge Caravan?
Sure.
The Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
They had the Plymouth. They had the wood paneling.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a guy. He actually worked his out. Mm-hmm. And put a turbo and all kind, and actually was wearing people out of the strip. He actually had a manual transmission ported into the thing that he had took from. At that time, I believe it was what the Dodge, not Omni. You remember those cars, the LeBaron, Chrysler LeBaron. I believe he found the manual one and he took the transmission from there.
Damn.
Get a minivan. Yo, I'm telling you, everybody's feeling the minivan. Yeah, with a swap. Yeah,
with a swap. Yo,
I'm about to mute him.
I ain't gonna hold you. Every time I see a minivan, I do get sick. It's just because I like the way it looks. I'm sorry, son. It's just the way it is, B.
You never took a road trip with a minivan?
I have, and I don't like them at all. Listen, my problem is maybe, I guess, maybe I just like, things that's cool. Excuse me if I like cool things, right? There's nothing about a minivan that gets my blood going, though. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna hold you, y'all.
Let him go. We're gonna let him go. Good. X-Files.
There's nothing about a minivan that gets my blood going. So nothing about it, B. Like, it's not even I'm talking about,
listen,
not even a smidge.
Listen, minivan has plenty of room. Have you
ever said plenty of room?
Yes.
So does a bus.
I'm not talking to him anymore. We're going to get right into the show because I don't like S.I. Shawn right
saying, now. Man.
Him.
I'm just saying, man. Somebody had to say it, B.
Listen.
It's the truth.
Audi is bringing people swap SRT for Neon Motors and Trent. Thank you.
So?
I don't like it.
Son,
Yo, kill me with this.
I'm just saying, man.
Listen.
Saying, B.
Audi's supposedly bringing the popular RS4 Sport Wagon. I gotta stop the music again.
Let's go.
Because how is it sporting wagon according to this guy? There's no such thing.
First off, they got that famous plate attached to it, RS. Right there. Are you kidding me? You don't see Audi like, yo, we about to bring over here the RS7 SUV crossover. They ain't doing none of that.
Wagon.
Why they ain't doing
Why does a wagon need that much power and handle then?
Because just like one of the Facebook users just said, a wagon is still technically a car.
Yo,
it's still let's go.
Side chick is the minivan. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yo, listen.
Nah, man. Nah, B. I'm sorry. The minivan cannot. For me, at least, I'm telling you, man. Something about a minivan.
You know what?
It makes me sad when I see a minivan, son.
Tune into it. If you listening, subscribe to our YouTube because it's gonna be a battle.
It makes me sad seeing
it's gonna be a visual battle too.
It makes me first. Minivans don't even look good. Like, they make me sad. I'm trying to tell you. Like, I see a minivan when I'm driving, I get sad. And then nothing else. Then when I see a man behind the wheel, I just feel bad. Like, what happened along the way, fam?
You see this?
What happened along the way, kid?
Y'all see how he bashing?
What happened?
He bashing these family men out here. Y'all see this?
What happened? So you know what's so funny? Rest in peace, Paul Walker. That part of the scene where he pulled up with the minivan with the smoking tires, he was hurt behind that. He was hurt. He was hyped when he got the call that he could get into a car again. Do you see what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying. Everything needs power. The person with a family doesn't have to be miserable. Yo, so a Toyota Sienna doesn't look.
A Toyota Sienna don't look. What about a Toyota Sienna? What about them?
Toyota Sienna don't look good.
Son, show the ones I remember they used to come with the 2G ERs, whatever they come with. Sure, come with good power, but no. Before I get an SUV, I'm hopping in a wagon, son.
He done set it off. Everybody in the timeline.
You know what the problem is? I'll tell you the problem.
They're mad right now.
The problem is right now, right? Let's say everybody is a family person or whatever like that. Your girls in your ear convince you to get the minivan.
Ooh, y'all gonna let them?
They in your ear like yo,
now
babe.
Now they up your ass,
babe.
They said, "What does Shawn drive?" Oh boy,
a 2019 SI, baby, two-door, baby. Let's go 6-speed. Let's go. What are you talking about? I got crossover at home too, but I barely get in that. I barely get in that.
All-wheel drive minivan.
Nah, son. I'm telling you, kid. No
Here's
way.
the thing.
No way.
The Audi is coming back. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I believe the RS4 just because it has that title.
Come on, son.
Now the question is how much.
You know it's gonna be a grippity grip.
You already know.
Of course it is.
Hopefully it's gonna come in with the equipped 2.9 liter twin turbo 6 that makes 444 horsepower and 442 pounds of torque.
That sounds like the old one from 2001. Remember that?
Well, they hoping that it come with something close to that. Don't say it's an RS4 and it come with a regular. Like people not gonna be happy with that. You come up with a regular or the sport version. Like, it just means sport. Yo,
I think if a A4 or whatever period come back as a wagon would be great. When's the last time we had one?
What?
The wagons.
The RS4 wagon?
No, just the A4 or whatever period.
What was that wagon?
I think the last one was like B7 or whatever like that.
It was
last
back
one,
there.
son.
It was back there, but I like those.
No, those are hot. That's what I'm saying. I think anything come with that nameplate on is gonna be hot.
Yo. Toyota Hiace don't look good on some coilovers and wheels.
Damn, son.
Talking foul figures.
I'm good, B.
Oh boy, yo, they going hard, man. They going hard.
I ain't even mean to start it like that, but the big one talked about the recall with the spoiler, the Durangos.
He ain't finished. He's still going.
He's still going. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Listen, is this a good look for Audi? For the Audi RS4 wagon?
Nah, man, I don't think it is because I think they a little too late to the party. You know,
killing me with this.
They doing this for what exactly? They doing to try to maybe save some, but they not. They about to go EV too.
Wow.
They should have been brought this back over here. Why, I was going crazy?
They going hard.
I'm telling you, son. They should have bought the RS4 back.
I mean, I think so.
They should have bought it back.
I think what happens is, I don't know. I think it's always a good time to bring this wagon in. It's a good time.
Sure it is.
Question is, there's only one real question here. Mm-hmm. Will there be a manual option?
Damn.
And there's a good chance it won't be.
Enough people rave about it. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
Minivan is getting to him now. That's it, son.
Listen,
I'm telling you, son. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, enough people rave about it, it'll be all right.
Listen,
it'll be okay.
A lot of people raved about a Supra being manual, right?
And look what happened. One of the best cars on this earth. Planet. If they made one of those wagon, I'll go get one.
A Supra wagon?
Son, come on.
Vehicular treason.
I'm just saying, B. We out here glowing over 700 horsepower SUVs with rollover rates. I don't know, kid. I'm just saying, son. I'm just saying, minivan to hold 19 people. Okay, I guess that's cool.
You've never taken a road trip in a minivan?
And I did not.
And you
like
didn't.
It.
I love it. Shout to Dodge Caravan.
I'm happy.
The fact that it has so much room and it still has some get up and go, I loved it. I said I would love to add one of these to my stable.
Scott said get up and go in the minivan. All right, yo. Let's just move on with the show, please.
I'm going to mute his mic. That's it.
Come on, let's move on with the show.
Look, listen, Supra wagon?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, kid.
Listen, BMW's contemplating putting a manual gearbox on the 6-cylinder Z4.
MZ4, right?
Yeah. M40, Z4 M40i. What's your thoughts?
I think that'd be a fantastic idea, but they claim people won't buy it.
I think they don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think that's most of what it come down to.
And I think ultimately it has them stepping. If they do it, people gonna start really comparing the Supra to that.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
And I think that's why they don't want to do it.
Absolutely.
Why are we? You know. No more comments from this guy. I would say this.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a good look just because you'd be able to get yourself a manual BMW.
And that's my thing. I think sure, let's say people will compare it, but I still, like you said, I think it would be a great idea though, son. Remember they were talking about this before.
Yeah.
That they may make it a manual or whatever like that.
And then remember they decided not to, and it was like, oh, it was the you know, like you said, the saving of the manual.
But here's the thing though, you could get a Roadster. Come on. I think it would be great if they decided to do it, son. Or if they just make a couple of them.
In my honest opinion, I believe any two-door coupe with a convertible top, you should be able to get manual.
You should. And here's the thing, though, right? Like you said with the whole comparison thing. What's the difference between comparing it in both automatic forms?
But I think they have, and I think that's what hurt the Supra. I believe the fact that everybody was like, "Oh, it's just an automatic Beamer with a different body," and I believe them going manual made the car more appealing.
But even exactly them going manual, it still changes the feel from a BMW manual,
right,
and a Toyota manual though.
Right.
It's still a different feel to it though.
It does. I would say me personally, I would do it if I was BMW.
I would too.
Reason being is because they're eventually gonna step away with the M, right?
Yeah.
We already
Just
know
gonna
it's
be electric,
coming.
son.
It's going for you. Need to have one that is still for the purists, because BMW is for the purists.
Well, that was their whole thing, right?
That was the point of it.
What did they say? The best driving machines or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I feel like they stepping away from that.
We'll see how that goes.
I feel like they never cared what people thought. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
I could be completely wrong.
Ever?
I just felt like they didn't
ever.
Cause remember when they was just all about they wasn't really like a powerhouse. Now they turned to a powerhouse.
You think so?
Yeah, BMW was never powerhouse cars. No way. Man, Mercedes always had the powerhouse crown. These always had the handling and suspension and all that.
Which was their bread and butter.
That's what I'm saying.
The car has to handle better than it goes fast.
That's what I'm saying.
But as far as a powerhouse, I always believe they've been one of the top corners.
Nah, they never was a powerhouse. When I think
when you
about
say
BMW,
that, you mean like as far as power itself, like
sure.
making?
Sure.
Okay, well, yeah.
No. I'm talking about from the gate. Like you okay? I'm about to go buy one or whatever, brand new M. It's not. Then back, I'm talking about years ago, bro. I'm talking about
1985.
I'm talking about that's what I'm talking about. Like even like the early 2000 years before the M3 with the V8 came out.
And again, I gotta disagree with you because I feel like everybody wanted a BMW.
Yeah, but not for no power though. You better go grabbing I hate to say this, but an AMG if you wanted to get the power.
Like a so we're gonna talk about at that time. We're talking about maybe a SL 500 Benz, 300E Benz, 190E, stuff like that. You're talking about like, okay, all right, I buy that. But they still was a little bit stiff on the interior. But I hear you. Go ahead.
I think it would be a swell move for them to drop the Z4 with a manual.
I think they should, but they don't listen to Rally Radio till we show up.
For real though, right? That's really about it with them.
And also, we're talking about the Aventador replacement. Now, we talked about this, how Lamborghini is talking about going electric, and now it seems they're revealing their plans. The Aventador, that's the new car that's supposed to replace the Aventador, will have a V12. However, it will be hybrid.
How you feel about that right there?
Again, it's hybrid with motors. It doesn't look like it has to be plugged up. It has 3 electric motors that push the car over 1,000 horsepower, right? I'm not with plugging up anything. I'm not with plugging up a car.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessary. But for this, hybrid motors, I don't know if it touches my soul anymore.
See, it's funny you said that, but like you just said, I prefer this over it going pure electrical. I definitely take this, but you just said,
but you won't take the
what?
The E-Ray Vet? Oh
no! I said I'll prefer it being hybrid. Never said if I had dough I'll go get one. That's not what I said. Cause to hell with that E-Ray. To hell with that. But I feel like you take the pureness out of it now, though. I feel like it's like, I feel like they saying, yo, engines can't make power no more by themselves. It's like, yo, let's give it a helping hand.
I would like to believe that they're putting it in there for not high up purposes. Like, for instance, right? Most of these hybrids, they really use the batteries when it takes off.
Yeah, for the torque, okay.
Yeah, when it's sitting at a light.
Yeah.
They can turn the motor off and just run on the EV. But if you go over a certain RPM, and I believe that's the same thing they're doing here, I'm not against it. I just don't. It doesn't to me anymore. You know what I mean?
Truth be told, even before, right? Even with the the 918 Porsche, it's hybrid. That's why I never really too crazy about it. I'm like, all right, cool. It's making crazy numbers. It's nice. It's fast, but it don't talk to me though.
And that's ultimately what
son.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen.
Hold on, wait. You feel like we're about to laugh right? Cause you know that's. You know that got a couple motors on. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't like this guy, man. Today.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I will say this though. It's still raw. Still has that raw. It still has some raw motor in there. I don't know, man.
So do this.
We don't know that.
we don't know that. I hear that.
I don't know. Man.
I hear that.
I don't know. But I will say that I'm looking forward to it just to see what they're gonna do with it. And like you said, I guess as long as they can keep the V12s on the road, you know, that's what I care about. Because ultimately, if you really wanted to, you can disconnect all of that.
Yeah, probably, right? But now you're not making all that power, right?
Maybe.
See, that's my eye. So real quick, not to get too sidetracked. So do you think like these is gonna be something sought after later?
No.
He said no. He didn't let me finish.
No, I don't have to. It's like this: hybrid V12, Lamborghini, Aventador. Real. If you're gonna choose between the two, you already know.
Damn, that's what I mean, man. That's why it's like it's a thin line with a lot of this stuff. Is it gonna be a classic? You know, it's gonna be a thin line, son. Real thin line.
It's gonna be a thin line. But you know what could save us all?
What's that?
Synthetic fuel. And we're gonna talk about it today.
Pipe dream.
You think it's a pipe dream?
I feel like, right, the way they kicking out the EVs and all the resources they put into it, they not gonna give this a real shot.
Well, let's get into it a little bit before you do that. The USA's synthetic fuel revolution is going to kick off in 2027. It looks like there's somebody who's the synthetic fuel partner of Porsche. It's an industrial facility in Texas. They're going to be having it operational to get synthetic fuel by 2027. The company's name is called HIF, and they're the self-proclaimed global leader in fuel, and they also partnering with Porsche.
Okay.
It looks like right now they're investing $6 billion to build a facility large enough to create 3,000 jobs during the construction phase and 125 operating jobs when it's finished. And they're building this in Texas. More importantly,
is that?
yes, that's a big factory. More importantly, once the facility is fully operational, HIF says it will produce around 200 million carbon neutral gallons of substitute gas annually. That's enough to decarbonize 400,000 vehicles, which is half the number of EVs sold in the United States in 2022. The ramifications of the USA will be massive, and HIF's investment is already being recognized. Industry Development Magazine gave HIF the coveted Community Investment Award for 2023. It looks like they're trying to make it happen.
I hope they do.
But my question is this.
I hope they do.
If they make it happen, can I go put it in my K?
Chances you probably won't be able to do that, son.
You're going to have to get some sort of like...
Flex fuel ordeal going on, something crazy like that.
Same way to go E85, right?
Yeah, precisely.
It's going to be a problem.
I'm telling you, man, if you don't got the dough, you can't get in the show. That's what it's going to be like, son. I'm telling you, man, like, don't get me wrong. If this does come out, it's not going to be for everybody, bro. It's not.
You're right.
Damn, fam, you can't get that flex fuel kit? You might as well get an EV, bitch.
Man, nah, I ain't doing that. I'd rather walk. They be like, yo, where you going, bearded one? I'm on the good foot in the Air Force with us, like this. It's what it is.
I'm telling you, man. Because they're not gonna make it that accessible. Because the way they push it, man, with this EV thing, they're not gonna make that accessible. So I believe they won't.
I mean,
could be wrong.
They've been putting it in Porsche 911s and stuff recently.
Yeah, sure.
Drifting.
Yeah, go get one. You can put one in there too.
Yeah.
You can put the synthetic fuel in there. I don't know who got 80 racks just to go get a Carrera. I don't know.
Here's the thing. There's a couple of mountains that I see that they have to climb. One, can it be put in older cars? Yo, E85 all the way. Shout to my guy Harris.
I don't know.
He got a, I believe Harris has a Buick. I forget which one he has. It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
And he rocks. I'm telling you, even my man Smitty, shout out to Smitty. He rocked E85. He said he don't got to fill his tank for weeks, like at least a week or two. He said it works really well. But the thing is, for an older car to run E85, or to run the synthetic fuel, what has to be done? Remember when gas went from leaded to unleaded? Things had to be done to those. Even some of the older cars you get now, you have to make sure those things are done.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be very interesting to say the least, but I will push for it because you know what? I don't think that we need to be out here in fully electric vehicurs. And then we got to worry about the things that can happen from synthetic fuel. Like, what's burning it then? What is it burning? You know? And if it's combustible, which we hope, that it should be, how safe is it? There's a lot of things out there on the table.
There's a lot of stuff to definitely consider, huh?
But I tell you what, instead of me kicking it down, I'm going to promote the hell out of it.
Yeah, why not?
Because I could care less about an EV. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. You already know what it is. We are here. This is Rally Radio. We're going to jump right into our next topic, man. Now, like I said, man, it's been one heck of a day. It was SUVs versus minivans. So it was a crazy battle with pickups, full trucks. It got ugly out here, man, But, we can see past that. We got to make sure,
hopefully,
we're going to keep him in line. But with that being said, we're going to jump right in. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right, we are into the driver's etiquette, and we already know when you're talking to driver's etiquette, we talking about a lot of things that we like to talk about.
Let's go.
A lot of things that we came up with for the week. But this one is a little different. And I want you to give me your takes on it. Looks like there's a modified 240Z that's sold for $120,000. Now, tasteful modifications and things like that, Bring a Trailer's 100,000 listing was a 240Z charity sale, and it went for big money. Yeah. Now, we all know Bring a Trailer. I believe everybody here is now on Bring a Trailer. What I didn't know is that Bring a Trailer actually sells parts.
Yeah, on top of that, right? Yeah, wheels and everything like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but when I started searching around the website, I seen it. After the bidding, the 240Z sold for $124,240. That's hilarious. It sold for $240. But the $240 the end. Yeah. Now this is a modified 1973 Datsun 240Z. So this is the one. This is what classic people want to collect.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this a classic?
Yeah, this is definitely a classic. 240, 280Z, anything with the Datsun label.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Because once Nissan took them over, they put that Datsun to the side. Datsun 510. Those cars are really worth it, right? So now, the thing is, it was tastefully modified, right? He had, I believe, iBox springs, Tokico aluminum shocks, which was hard to find. And they took a 5-speed gearbox from a 280Z, painted it yellow in 2005, has over 44,000 miles on it. What's your thoughts on that, man? Like, is that classically modified? Like, if you look at the picture, they didn't really do much to the car. Look, they have the Watanabes on there.
Yeah, like aesthetically, they didn't do much, which I think is great.
Right.
But even mechanically, they still didn't go overboard. They still didn't go fully overboard. I think it was, like you said, it was tastefully done for sure. The engine was bored out a little bit, went from 2.4 to 2.7. That's pretty cool.
So, big question: if it's modified, is it still a classic?
Modified to what extent? I think that's what it comes down to.
How far?
Yeah, how far did they do it?
So, in your eyes, now let's talk about, like, when you look at Barrett Jackson, you look at a lot of these different, especially American cars. That's really where I'm leaning. Because you have a lot of American cars that are being like retroed and refitted with newer Dodge engines, newer Chevy engines, or Ford engines, or whatever have you, right? But at what point does the modification take away the classic title?
That's a good one. I think it starts to take away the classic title when this I guess is going to be, a little bit of controversy, but it's all right. When the numbers no longer match.
Meaning?
All the VINs on it.
So when you swap a motor, that's it?
Game.
Really?
Game. I think when you swap the engine now, Don't get me wrong, you can update it. Update it to your best of your ability or whatever's available. Or let's say you really handy, you start making stuff.
Right.
Fantastic. But once you swap it, son, it's hard to say that's a classic now.
Right.
It's hard to say it.
Okay.
It's hard to say it. But like you said, though, if you swap it with something of that time period, though, of that same time period, that's a little different now.
Okay.
But like you said, now you got a whole Coyote engine in your joint. You're like, hold on, fam, what are you doing? I think it changes it for me. I think it changes it at that point.
So,
Sure, it's fast. Sure, it's making a lot of power now, but
I thought about this. Thought about it long and hard because I feel like, you know, a lot of the things we've been talking about, California's out here, they're trying to get you to retrofit an electric motor in your classic car.
hilarious.
Which I find hilarious, and I was definitely always against that. But now, when you think about modifying a car, it's like you said, tastefully modified. But let's say, for instance, there was a guy who just dragged a 1991 Acura NSX out of the water. Did you hear about this?
No.
So there was a guy, there was somebody who crashed the Acura NSX into a lake 16 years ago.
Amazing.
The guy went and yanked it out the water. He went and yanked this Acura NSX out of the water. It's covered, dirty, thick mud all in it, and he's going to restore it.
Yep.
He's going to pay a pretty penny to do that.
Unless he put a K in there, right? Because you probably think he's going to put a K.
No.
Ridiculous.
No.
Can't believe you about to even think about that.
No. Of course he's going to go there. Where's he going to get an NSX motor?
Honda?
How much is he going to pay for that?
Come on, he got to have an idea. So you trying to tell me he turned around and put a K in that NSX. You going to look at the NSX the same?
For me?
Yeah.
It's not about what I think about it, though.
At this point, it matters what you think about it.
I will say this. If he turns around and he puts a K in there, I'd be impressed with it. Oh, my God. I'd be impressed with it. Because ultimately,
damn,
even though that 6 that's in there is a very impressive 6, it's a 3.2 liter, I would understand because I said, where's he going to get that motor?
So he might as well put a 2J back there, bro.
This guy, man. Here we go with the 2J.
So he might as well put one of those back there.
So now you'd rather be sacrilegious and have a Toyota
100%.
engine and an Acura.
Okay, right. I'm not the person, right? I'm not gonna go from a 6 to a 4. Sorry, I don't know how that makes sense. For me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
But it made sense for Toyota when they raced in JGTC racing, especially with the Supra, right?
But wait, though, they doing
okay.
some. Is he gonna race this? Is he gonna put this in? He's gonna start racing it now.
We don't know.
If he starts doing that, then he want to save weight and be technical. Then sure,
We don't know.
Sure, that's cool.
At the end of the day,
guy.
Toyota did it.
Bro.
Toyota took the heavier 2J out and they put the 4G. I'm not saying that right, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're going, but even so, the 2J still champion, still king.
The
It don't matter.
GTE.
It's still king. It don't matter. Rather it's
What's
racing over there.
what's king?
The 2J. It doesn't matter.
What and again, what has the 2J won though?
Everything
Oh,
besides
boy.
that.
Okay, and more than the RB.
For sure. Oh man, the RB in itself is not that great.
Okay.
Okay, you put it in a package that's cool. Then now it becomes dynamite. Sure.
So then, what are we saying about the Supra versus the R32?
But the Super is the champ. There's nothing else to say. What
Yeah,
you
it was
talking
the
about?
champ. How long?
Forever, as far as I'm concerned.
With the Supra mode in it.
Sky, man.
Woo! You don't like the
First off, the heat is fine.
you
The
don't
Super,
like the
the Super
heat?
wasn't even designed to even compete with that. But the fact that it still can and it does,
Okay, so
is a whole nother thing now. The Super always punch and will forever punch above his weight. What are you talking about?
But it couldn't punch with the GTRs.
It can still punch with GTR. It can punch with GTR to this day.
Okay.
Even a new one.
Okay.
That's it. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
2J is the MJ of engines. Okay.
I'm telling you, man.
At the end of the day, for me, I would say, to me, it can be modified and still be a classic. A lot of times, I feel like if you're modifying it, give me the story behind it.
Like modifying it to what degree though? Like overboard?
Right. I'm
You
not
saying,
with the
or like-
overboard modification. I'm not. I'm not with the because I feel like
What's
that
overboard
right there,
to you?
Chief.
Like two things that you feel is overboard.
He said, "Can't lie, 2J faster than a GTR." I don't know what y'all looking at.
See, I don't like when the bid one he starts to get like his mind starts to drift and just stays over there because he knows it's true. He He one of the main people who told me that.
Yo, shout to Phil. See, this is why I love when Phil's like, yo, hold up. The RB isn't that great. The R32 Skyline with the RB won every race. This is what I'm saying. Y'all act like this GTR.
Yo, they had the all-wheel drive it though. Now imagine if they all drive the Super. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man?
So listen.
And you was the same guy who said, yo, Nissan had to all-wheel drive that thing because you was the same guy who told me that. Come on.
No.
It's so good, Dr. Phil. It's all right, yo.
Shout to Phil, man. I don't know. Cats is like, it beat any GTR. Oh, hold up. I will say this, though.
Okay.
When it comes down to modification,
yeah,
it could be a classic, just don't go too far. But here's another one. This is what we talking about here, too. Porsche is selling brand new parts for classic 911s. Wow.
That's beautiful, son. That's what I'm talking about.
But
that's nice.
Let's get into it a little bit. Owners of Porsche 911 models built between 1968 and 1976 will be happy to hear that the German brand is now selling all new magnesium crankcases straight from the factory. These new crankcases can be purchased for F and G series vehicles with 2.0, 2.2, 2.4, and 2.7 liters, including the legendary Carrera RS 2.7. That's hilarious. Porsche says these crankcases can be ordered from any Porsche Classic partner or standard Porsche dealership. According to Porsche, decided to reissue the parts because of the struggles owners have been having maintaining their classic 911s. Wow.
But do you see what I'm saying, son? They listening. They care a little bit.
How much?
I mean, at that point,
they didn't put that price.
Of course.
And with that being said, now we're gonna get into it. Would you buy a modified classic? Yo, shout to Phil. You got Phil going. Nice. The JGT races cars, all rear wheel drive. Ooh. All wheel drive was only on street cars, so the GTR was rear wheel when it was racing.
Didn't know that. It's nice.
JGTC.
It's nice.
Shout to you, Phil.
Absolutely.
That tidbit of information is tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
Would you buy a modified classic car?
To what degree, though, man? Like that? How that 240 Datsun is done?
Let's say we have a 1968 Porsche here, right? Or 1976 Porsche, right?
RS.
Okay. Carrera, Bowden motor, the one you want. Carrera 2.7 RS, 2.7 liter, right? And the owner RWB'd it.
Never, ever, bro. Why? Okay. Again, it's not for me. Like you say, it's a classic builds and everything like that.
Yes.
But it's not for me. It's not gonna give me the same effect. Like, it could have the crazy kid on it. It can have all that good stuff on it. But just for instance, me looking at this yellow one right here, I will drink Royal Purple every morning like I do now before I would do that with the RWB one. There's no way.
Shout to the favorite. They said, yes, I'd buy an Eleanor. That's very interesting.
It is.
To me, that's very interesting. You know why?
Why is that?
Because that's even Eleanor. Eleanor was a very clean example of how to modify a car and still keep it stock looking.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a very, very clean example. Like, obviously they use it in a movie, but I mean, like, if I seen that car in the street, if you didn't know it was a fastback, if you let's say you didn't know anything about it, you still would be able to go, that is a 65 Mustang.
See, but that's my thing. Does this only count towards people who knows about vehicles, or just be like, oh man, that joint is just nice? It's like for everybody. Well, I think that's when the classic thing comes into play now.
Well, here's the deal. At the end of the day, not your regular car people know every classic.
That's true, though. But people, I don't even care if you male, female, you know about V's, you don't know about V's. But when there's something that's actually looks good, you know.
Right.
You know. It doesn't matter what year it is.
So you don't think the RWBs look good?
I'm not a fan. I didn't say they ugly. I'm just not a fan.
You don't like that wide body? I love it.
I'm sorry, man. No.
I understand what they doing to chop up the car and cut it up and do that, but I love it.
Nah, I'm not.
It's a beautiful looking thing in my opinion.
So you saying you a cop?
Cop a RWB Porsche?
For sure.
Not if you did it to a super classic.
No, I'm talking super classic, all that good stuff done.
1987 turbo?
Yep.
I'm buying it. I
don't even believe you right now.
And you know why? You know why? If it's clean and done tastefully, again. Because I believe that certain modified cars, can be classics. I believe the same way that a car is classic stock, I believe that if a car is modified tastefully, it can also be a classic because of how it was modified.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. But let's be real though, right? What is the best looking cars? Right?
Meaning?
Modified or hardly modified? I'm talking about aesthetically. That's a tough one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
For me, right?
Uh-huh.
I love a clean look, son.
Yes.
I'm talking about even down to a fishbowl. I'm talking about down to fishbowl.
Right.
Son.
You only want no tint.
No tints.
I feel you because I don't have no tent in the Type R. And that's why.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I want people to look in there and see the red seat. It's hilarious.
That's a fact. But what I'm trying to say is, right, if you see a classic 911, 964 body, and then you see one of them modified, I guarantee you're going to migrate towards the non-modified one. You know why? I would like to know, because I like to know more about that one. Instead of this one, the crazy 30-inch wing on the back, some crazy, I don't even want to, I see what you did.
I don't know, kid. I'm going to be honest, man. I don't know. I like the extremes, son.
Listen, nothing wrong with the extreme, but like you said, it can still very well be a classic.
My wife would kill me if I say what I want to say. I'm like, I like big.
Stupid. You a fool, but
I will say this: when it comes down, like I said, modification wise, there are some cars that are modified that are classics.
Sure.
Case in point, Toyota Supra. There's a couple Supra body kits that made some Supras classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You have all kind of different builds. Like, let's say
we got a couple of Vilside ones.
June Vilside body kit.
Yeah, the June ones. Yeah. You got it's a couple of them. You're 100% right.
Let's take the Vilside RX-7. Looks like a totally different car. But you mean to tell me that's not a classic?
You got a point though.
So there's times.
You got a point though.
There's
son.
times where.
Got a point, B.
There's times where a modified car can be its own classic. I guess, that's fully extreme as to me as you can get because it looks nothing like an RX. As a matter of fact, when it came on, I didn't know it was an RX-7.
You're gonna laugh. I knew it was. You know what gave it away for me?
The sound.
No, not even the sound, son. The rear taillights.
Really?
Gave it away, son.
When I saw the car, I was like, wow. I thought it was a swapped something. And you know, because the movie was based in Japan, they still have a lot of cars we have never seen.
Yeah, for sure.
So I figured, I was like, wow, but then when they was like, yo, nah, this is an RX-7. I said, well, how much? And then when they said the Vilside kit alone is $10,000.
Yeah, see, but like you said, that was done nicely. It looked fantastic, huh?
And you got guys that try to mimic it. We see them in the street. It looks ridiculous. You like this? No, it's not it. For whatever reason, that tangerine and black.
Son, they did it right with that, son. They did it right. They
made
did it
it
right
sick.
in the paint booth, son. They did it right.
So that's why I say at the end of the day, I think those are the things you got to think about. Like, can they be a classic car regardless? Shout to the fig. They said, did y'all hear they bringing back the Chevelle SS? I don't know if they're gonna bring it back the way we want it though. So
Man,
very interesting.
Well, if they bring it back with a menu, I'm all for it, man.
You already know.
I'm all for it.
You already know.
100%. But
man, now you just gotta hope it comes back with manual combustion. Not manual, but
stupid.
But the thing is, so in your opinion, right? And this is the last we're gonna talk about it. When is too much what is too much modification for a car considered to be a classic?
When too much what? Say that again?
When is it too much modification? What is the one thing now? I'm not talking about like Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
You. What's the one thing you like, I don't want it?
When you swap it.
Really?
I'm talking about you could bore it out, you can hone it, you could slap a turbo in it, supercharged. But as soon as you decide to swap that engine, as soon as that thought appears in your mind, keep it, bro.
I'll say this.
Keep it.
I'll say this.
You can paint it whatever color you desire, but the moment you rip out the original plant, good.
So
good.
I'll say this, right? He said, "Oh, Eagle Speedster." So as Phil said, RWE Porsches, he said, but if you're talking about something like a Singer 911, an MZR Datsun 240Z, which is the one we were talking about earlier, he said he'll buy it in a heartbeat. And he's like an Eagle Speedster, Jag Type E, Jag E-type Benz. Jag E-type, excuse me. But I give you a prime example of a car that's swapped, but I'd still buy it.
What's that?
A 1998 Acura Integra Type R with a Type R K20 swap.
You talking about NSX?
No. Integra Type R.
From what year?
98.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on, wait. You said with a KR swap, you saying?
With a K swap.
The R version.
Instead of having the B18 C5 C5 in it, has a Type R K20 swap in it.
See, that's fire in the hole, son, but I wouldn't do it.
Really?
Wouldn't do it, son.
I would do it.
Wouldn't do it.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Because now I feel like, for me, I don't even know what you are anymore. What is it? What are you? That's my problem though, y'all. Like I said, I like original things. So it's like I look at that, got the KR swap in it, fire in the hole, making a lot of power, great. But something about that B18, man, inside of that body. Now, if you talking about the DC2, the DC5 Type R with the Type R with the KR on it, sure, I cop it all day. But that 98
they have
DC
the Type R for that though.
They do, but the 98 DC2 Integra Type R with a KR on it, I just can't do it, son.
Really?
It would be bad. I ain't saying it won't be bad, but I
see the difference is with that car versus a CRX Civic. You don't got to cut anything.
Just like drop it right in there.
No,
you can't because the mounts and everything is still different on that though, right?
It's still different, but they make mount kits. You don't got to cut anything though. Like with my car, I got to cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to knock things around.
Yeah.
Like the Civic, you don't have to do that. But once you go you know.
Yeah.
I would say I would buy it, but man, that was
that's
actually
interesting,
very.
That's interesting, right
like
there.
Some cars that, and like you said, they didn't go out of brand. And it's still a Type R with
that's
a Type
true.
R mold in it.
That is true. Though.
So it's like,
so all right. I guess if I could take that back. I will consider it. I'll consider it.
red top,
I consider it.
220.
I consider it right there.
I'm buying it.
Shut up, confident. See, oh man, that's a good one, man. That was a very great example. That's a very great example because some will get the benefit of the doubt, I should say.
Datsun 240Z that I happened to see at a car show last year in Baldwin, the Baldwin Park car show I went to. He had an RB in there though.
If he would have dropped the Z, like even the 300ZX twin turbo in it, I'd have went for it more.
But because he had the RB, it's a no-go.
He went too wild. Like that's like, alright, fam. Alright, fam. Like, come on. Like, you know another thing?
I can't follow you where you're going.
So check this out. Is it still enjoyable now? Is it still enjoyable?
Car enthusiasts and car gods are completely different. I used to be a purist, but that 2J has me fiending like Pookie. Also, I like my bass to vibrate. It's a family show.
It's a family show.
No, but I hear you. He said I like my bass to vibrate panties. Can't get that stock. He's right.
Can't get that. You said you like the bass to vibrate the
like the bass of the exhaust. Like when you change the exhaust. Like
why you can't get that stock? You just change the exhaust. Nothing's wrong with that. That's fine. That's not crossing the line.
See, but like you said, it depends. It
it's not crossing the line.
It could cross the line when it's time to sell it or something. You never know. This is what I'm saying. Like when you think about it, right? And this is what I want to leave everybody with. When it comes to modification, modification is in the eye of the beholder. Now, when that beholder has to let go of that vision, got to sell it to somebody else, it's what they see.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's what they see. See, they may look at it and say, nah, that's a classic. You shouldn't have did that. Well, you like, you know what? I wanted to do it, and it needed it done. So it's just a weird thing. That's why I say, how do we mention classics?
My thing is, though, Ben, is nothing wrong with an update. Nothing wrong with an update, son.
But that's what we did to the Type R. You was like this.
It was a consideration, but that was still a very far update, though. Like, there's a difference between.
Not really. It's the next move.
Yo, it's a difference between. I'm gonna drop an air filter in here, then I'm gonna get a whole intake system. There's a difference.
I guess.
That's a difference,
I don't
huh?
know. I find this conversation interesting.
Is that not a difference?
Yeah, it is.
You know what? I like my interior speakers, but I'm about to go put 215s in the back. That's a bit much.
You think so?
I don't know. So.
But it could be it's in the eye. It's in the eye. When it's your car, and you may have a classic, and like I said, I case in point myself.
Wait, don't lose your train of thought. For instance, what is his name from Japan, son? The Drift King with the AE86.
I always get his name wrong.
something Takata, something.
Takashi,
Yeah, right. He has an E86. It's very well updated with the same engine, but just updated though. That's what I'm saying. His is a classic. With the green hood, his is a classic, huh?
Listen, I say to myself,
he upgraded it though.
I say to myself all the time.
Okay.
I could have had a B series,
And
the B series is more natural in the CRS because overseas in Japan they came with the B16 in it, one of the first to have VTEC outside of the Acura NSX.
Okay.
Right? But I got a K. And now I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. At the end of the day, the modification is still going to be tasteful.
Yeah.
And everything is still going to be good.
100%.
But this motor could take me way further than where the B stops. And that's what I really like about it. That's what I got to say. With that being said, man, it's the bearded one here.
Man, that's interesting, son. That's our Shawn, baby.
Nah, we get down, man. Son. We back here in the building. And that is truly an individual thing. That's a fact. Most won't value your swag. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But then again, man, that's still a thin line, though. Like, I don't know. I think that's what I said. That one is like an ongoing thing.
But that's why I love it. That's why I love debates.
Ongoing, B.
Because like, you get to see and hear what everybody thinks. But with that being said, we're going to move on. We got a little bit of time left. You know how we get down, man. You ready?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, man. It's favorite part of the show, Legends of Auto. What you got for us today, man?
So I think this one's pretty hot, especially for the, what the show is called today.
Let's go.
Right? So what I got for y'all today is a 1978 Dodge Little Red Express. Oh, man.
Dodge Little Red Express.
You want to talk about classics? This is a pickup truck, y'all. This ain't no SUV. This ain't no minivan.
It's the pickup that
That what?
It was in a couple movies too.
Son.
Wood grain floor in the back. You talking reckless? Look, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm just saying though. First time, when's the last time you even one of these even crossed your mind or you seen it somewhere or something that resembles something like this?
I was watching Free Willy.
Sky, bro.
I was watching. No, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was watching Free Willy, and the dude had a pickup that resembled this. This is an older one, obviously, but he had a pickup, and when they took the whale. And they backed it up. When he backed it up into the water, he had water to his waist. And he looked like, damn. And I was like, yeah, that ruined. I would have rather shot that goddamn.
Yo, you a fool.
Continue on.
This pickup right here, this is why I say pickup trucks always hold a certain place for me because they was something way before minivan was. I'm gonna keep mentioning that. And the SUV, right?
Minivans didn't come out till 1980 something.
So I'm trying to explain to you. Pickups been around getting work done. What was minivans doing? I gotta go pick up the kids from soccer. Like one of those. Oh, I'm gonna take a trip to Disney World.
There's gonna be some furniture moving in here.
I'm just saying. So I'm gonna keep on with the keeping on, but. This right here, I picked this one because I just was thinking about it, right? It's funny that the show was called this today because I'm like, yo, man, we need to throw a good classic on there. And this is one of them that I feel like people forgot about. Another thing that makes this vehicle so interesting is that it was you're going to laugh. It's a part of Dodge adult toy collection. Did you know that, son?
I didn't know Dodge had an adult toy collection. I thought the cars was it, but I love it.
It's the cars.
Okay.
This was one of them. The Dodge... the Challenger was one of them. There was a couple of them that was a part of that collection. This so happened to be, right? Nice. Something else amazing about this vehicle, especially the 1978 model year. So that had crazy all red interior, a bench seat. You know what a bench seat is in the front, right? Of course. One of the downfalls of it though, it didn't come manual. However though, this joint came with vertical stack exhaust, huh?
Which is
from the factory,
which
son.
Is like truck status.
That's what I'm saying. No pickups come like that now with vertical stack exhaust.
Of course, they found other ways to get rid of exhaust. But continue.
But son, how? Not for no, this thing was crazy. And it came with a big block V8 in there, right? 4-barrel carburetor. Y'all probably don't know about that, right?
4-barrel carb. Come on, bro.
Come on. This is what I'm trying to explain.
No, you ain't saying nothing. We ain't. Come on, stop.
All right, not for nothing. Something else that made this vehicle so special, son, especially for that model year. Yo, this joint came with the most horsepower, and not for nothing, It was car and driver's fastest vehicle of that model year, son, to 0 to 100.
That's
Are you kidding me, son?
impressive.
That's ridiculous,
That's
B.
actually impressive.
That is ridiculous. And not for nothing, son, this joint came with no Cadillac converters.
Oh, we definitely talking about a different vibe now. Is it no cats?
Son, it came from no cats from the factory, son.
Love it.
No cats, B.
I love it.
And guess what? Another crazy thing about this joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, B. It was only 2,100 of these made.
Yeah, you
And
can't find one.
you can't find one. And then 1979, they made, I think, about maybe 5,000 more. But this model year, 1978, son, this is the one you want.
This is
Son.
the one you want.
This is the one.
Legends of
Pickup
Auto.
truck, baby. Not a minivan.
Legends never die.
Not a minivan at all.
He's gonna get it.
Not for nothing. Y'all may not never see a minivan feature on a Legend, by the way. I'm sorry. I don't know how you feel about that
Okay,
one. But
let him
it
take
may
another
not
trip.
never.
Let him take another trip. We gonna feature one.
I'm telling you, kid.
But
I'm
with
telling
that
you,
being
B.
said, man, that was actually a good legend. You know how we get down, man.
Let's
We
go.
back. That was a great legend, by the way. And like I said, I've seen that truck in a lot of different places.
You know another thing that's crazy? You know how sometimes they have a little bit more stuff to add.
Yeah.
Yo, it came with aftermarket wheels from the factory. Aftermarket wheels from the factory. Son.
Rewind the tape on that one. Why?
Son, what do you mean? Well, it's the Little Red Express, babe. You talking about
They
vertical
could have
stack?
did better with the name.
They could have.
Little Red Express.
But you know, this
that
was
got hillbilly written all over.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said
It
it.
is what it is.
All right, man. But
All
I'm
right.
telling you, this was a good one, though, y'all.
Here we
Hope
go,
y'all
y'all.
like that.
Y'all ready for this? Here
Let's
we go.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right, it looks like Miltech has a new exhaust for the Civic Type R. It increases performance and elevates power and volume, which is something that I don't think that a lot of people was thinking about. But it's actually for the FL5 Type R. It says it makes it substantially louder, especially in R plus mode, which is what I love. But it's not made for my car; it's made for the FL5.
So, right?
You know, but it is what it is. But don't forget to check that out. Performance exhaust for the Civic Type R Miltech. I actually find that interesting. I want to see what that really sounds like. Hopefully we can find something on YouTube to see how it sounds. And y'all know how we get down. We've made it almost to the end of the show. Here we go.
It's the Understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Clean design, too.
I love this understeer because this one right here
we
in
got? Who we
particular,
got?
these guys got to come on to the front.
Damn, come on down.
Suspected thieves driving Tesla as getaway car get nabbed while charging it.
Damn.
2 people accused of stealing $8,000 of merchandise used the Tesla as a getaway vehicle, but they stopped the charge at 15 minutes down the road where the police located them. That is hilarious. 2 suspects accused of stealing $8,000 of merchandise in Buford, Georgia, were caught 15 minutes down the road after stopping to charge a Tesla getaway vehicle. Police told an insider that the suspects were arrested around 10 miles away while they were attempting to charge the car near the gas station South Arena venue on February 19th. Police shared the details of the theft on social media on Sunday alongside images of the car packed full with boxes of gaming systems and electric toothbrushes. In a statement, the insider police spokesperson said the thieves were fleeing a Sam's Club store. So they broke into a Sam's Club, stole all of their stuff,
Yep.
packed it in a Tesla,
Which is probably was stolen.
and then when they took the Tesla up, they said, why don't we get it charged while we wait,
Damn, they get caught.
and got booked. So with that being said, those 2
Yes.
It's the Understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
They didn't give no names, unfortunately, because I would love to call them out one by one.
son.
But it's not really the chance we're going to be able to do that. It's hilarious, man. So we made it to the end of the show. Shout out to everybody listening,
Let's
paying
go.
attention, rock with us this long. You already know what the idiots, flat out. So we here, man. Exhaust notes is getting warm. Stay tuned. We got our dates for some of our speed and grease that we're going to have. We got 6 of them, 7 of them coming up.
Sheesh.
One every month.
Let's go.
So don't forget to tune in. Shout out to everybody who's rocked with us this far. Listen to us, paid attention, rock.
100%.
We love all y'all. We got love for all y'all. It's going to be crazy out here. Shout out to all the car guys, car gals. You know what it is. We got a couple other things we working on. But until then, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
I just want to say, you know what? On minivans, though, Keep it cool, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Keep it cool, one of those, man. Stay in your lane with those things, man. That's about it, man. If you,
Here we go.
If you run around, you know, you gotta do a little errands. Cool, take it. Why not?
Listen.
Take it. Why not?
With that being said, man,
Yeah.
shout to everybody who rocked with us. Shout to everybody tuned in. Shout
Fact,
to
let's
Marlon.
go.
Shout to Phil.
Let's go.
Shout to Dangerous Damien. We see you out there, kid. Shout to
100%.
everybody who rocked with us.
Fact.
And with that being said, until next week, we
will be back.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.